Okay, so I just didn't realise I had that on mute. Alright, so hopefully I'm live streaming. I'll just double check and make sure everything's going. Okay. Testing now. Okay. It looks like she is cooking. Give me a second here. Why can't I hear this? Okay, so I just didn't realise I had that on mute. Alright, so hopefully I'm live streaming. I'll
There we go.
double check and make sure everything's... So you get a bit of feedback with that going. Alrighty, so we just did a BDR run, got up to this, and I turned in a donation of rune cloth, earned me 6,500, and I'm coming here to finish off a little bit of a grind, 2% to hit level 60. Just scored. This is good for when I go destruction more. I picked up a unique here when killing. When I first come across these mobs are level 57, and I think in my first, I think I came here about a day ago, and I think it was about the 10th kill that dropped. It's going to sell it for 100 gold, 50 gold, and I thought, I've got 400. I haven't really been trying to make gold, and I've got plenty of gold. Wow, give or take. And still in life and mana, well, that one does. And yeah, so I thought I'd come and live stream. I've just taken most of my spell gear off and just put all my eagle gear on, which gives me mana and stamina. So just give me a second here. We'll just make sure everything's running. Shoot that in the background. Okay. Hopefully that. Well, is that my phone going off? Yep. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, so I recommend grinding here. For me as a warlock, I'll show my spec. I think this is DS... Oh, what is this called? It's more of a PvP spec, so... I've gone in to get Shadow Mastery damage. I'm getting 8%. I held that off a point to when you turn 60. And it cost me 20 gold to do this. I think I all up spent 50 gold now respecting on my Warlock. And then as you can tell, I've gone down. So let's just have a quick look here. So what I've done is gone Instant Corruption. If you want Instant Corruption, it's great. I've gone 3 in suppression, just for the hit, 6%. I think 2's enough, but I thought 3, because you got a 2% chance of something going off versus 4%. It's like the same thing. But anyway, so definitely improve life tap. Now I have been testing this out, improve drain soul, because I know I'm going to respec for raids and stuff. And I've got to say, it works, but it's not really that great. It doesn't last long enough. It probably need to run for 20 seconds. Then it'd be valuable. This is great. This spec, I've tried improved drain life. It is as bad as you think it is. It's 10% of your drain life. So it's a waste of 5 points. So this is good. Foul concentration means you've got a 77% chance that, because basically this warlock, and this is the difference between classic and retail. If you play retail and then you go PvP, you end up getting slammed and attacked, and obviously you don't have a mob that can tank for you against PvP, so it's a bit alien to get smashed in the face. In classic, you are basically copping that a lot because your tank can't hold, the void tank can't hold your damage, nothing can hold your aggro. So getting foul concentration, which means that your drain life and drain mana and drain souls spells can't get interrupted, or you got a 70% chance of not happening, is good. I pump that into damage because there's nothing else, and it takes a while for that to tick through, so you're not getting for the full benefit. It's kind of like in retail at the moment, BFA. It's only great if the mobs live long enough for Curse of Agony to do its full damage. This is extra range, 2%, 4%, it's up to you. Another dot, it's instant, it gives you life. And then I pumped up my shadow damage. Obviously when I turn 60 I'll make that 5. Then in the demonology tree I've pumped my life up, maxed my imp out, pumped my improved house stones, which are 1440, which is good. I thought it was waste of time health funnel, waste of time intellect, waste of time stamina, because I'm not draining anything, and 90% of the time I'm killing my pets. Buff my Void Walker, because as you can see it gives you a 30% to sacrifice. So if I sacrifice my pet, you know, it goes from there. It gives me a great shield. So in the dungeons, what I've been doing is, you know, I have a shitload of health stones. When the pull comes in, I let the tanks get as much aggro as possible. Then I'll walk in. Already have this guy summoned. I'll then sacrifice him, which gives me the shield, and then I'll hit Hellfire, which does a shitload of damage, and gives me a shield. And then if I'm getting smashed, then I'll then hit Fell Domination, which is this one, which basically gives me almost instant cast Void Walker. So I'll bring up another Void Walker, and then I sacrifice him again, and that gives me another sacrifice shield, and while I'm still hellfiring, sort of thing. And because I've got Master Summoner, it means I'm summoning demons faster, and so I can use it a lot more. It's quicker and faster. This is just a complete filler spell. Unholy Power just means that you do a little bit extra damage, and then I've got one for Demonic Sacrifice. So as you can see there, aim for extra fighter. So if I'm doing a lot of AoE, I actually do that. I have tested the Void Walker, 3% total life health. It's actually pretty good. When you're grinding, Succubus gives you 50% damage. So ideally in the dungeons, what I've been doing is sacrificing the Succubus to get 15% shadow damage, and then also have another 8% increase damage dealt, increase the damage dealt or life drain by your shadow spells. So what's that? 8% plus 15, so 23%. But ideally I think destruction is the best way to go, but this is just more of a dot PvP sort of spec. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to worry about shadow damage, we're going to summon a Void Walker. As you can see, it's fairly fast.
Why do you call?
Give me a second here, I'm just going to... Oh, we'll leave it, I'll leave it.
Charging.
Okay. Quick heal. Didn't sell those things. Alrighty, and I've got minor run speed on my feet, so let's just...
Range. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. Charging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging.
Look here, I've got... Okay. So this spot for me, the best kill thing is the Warlocks, because I can kill them pretty quick.
I can't cast that yet. It's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging.
Oh, very nice. What's that? Yes, it's good for greens as well.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. It's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
So you can see their full stamina. I think that's ticking over. So that's 110. So that's full stamina up here. So that means I'm getting 3% of my total health every 4 seconds. With that doing 10 every 5.2, and that doing another 5 every 5, and 5 mana. So
I can't cast that yet.
it's still saying got a bit of level time. Alright, well we're going to grind this baby out. We'll kill it. The easiest ones for me to kill are usually the warlocks, but we'll just see how we go. Normally I go full shadow damage for this.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
And I just scored this in my last BRD run. Black Depth Rocks, sorry.
I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. It's still recharging.
Can we put him off?
Cast that yet.
Bring him down. I'll tap twice.
That's still
Get the
recharging.
fear off if we could. He's after the rock minerals.
That spell isn't ready yet.
He'll die before we can do anything else.
That's still recharging.
And they drop a lot of rune cloth as well. I've only had the one epic drop, so if you are looking for more, I think a mage could round a lot of these up, but you got spellcaster, so I don't think that's good for mage.
It's too far away.
And I've got minor
Ready yet.
speed
I
boost
can't
on
cast
my
that yet.
warlock's head, so it's noticeable in the dungeons. I can outrun most people
It's still recharging.
after if they don't have it. So that's because I scored, I think, best in class.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay.
That's still recharging.
I tell you, the first time I come here, there was just tons and tons
Cast that yet.
of warlocks out here.
Recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Hooked up.
That spell isn't ready yet.
As you can see, my life is just really flying up. It's really great for grinding, so that's why I went to this dock.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
You will get a hit on me. Oh yes, and then your demon armor gives you 13 health. So you're getting a bit of health back. Okay. What was I looking to do here? We'll just keep grinding because that's the only thing we've got left to do, obviously.
Range. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Resisted.
It's still recharging.
He's coming back for
Can't
more.
cast that yet.
We'll curse agony.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Get out of the range of the other warlock.
It's still
Suck
recharging.
his soul out. The other warlock's dead. Get a rune cloth. I've just donated 60 stacks. Must be very close. What are we? 2,000 off, basically.
I need to get
These guys are fairly tough,
I can't cast that yet.
and they're fast.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
So what we'll do is I turn around very quickly, get a fear off, hit him with a flame,
I can't cast
get
that
that
yet.
up.
I'm out of range.
Alright, he's gonna set the whole. Oh, he hasn't done it.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Yeah, you can see his attacks are incredibly fast. There is a bit of competition here now as the people level. Yes, you're probably thinking, how have you taken so long to get up to level 60? Well, I got my mage in the first week of several days up to level 34, and then I started to level, no, 32, and then I started to level my warlock and my warrior, both to 10, so I could do, actually, I got them all, yeah, the level 10, yeah, I think it was level 5, level 10 at the start. Took about an hour each or more, and so they could sit and get rested XP, and also I could use they could start using professions. And then I started playing with the warlock more, and I was just having so much fun. And next thing I found, I was level 36 warlock. I said that's not right. I jumped up a mage, got him to level 34, and I really liked the mage. And I think if I played the vanilla, I definitely would have gone the mage, because you don't have the fell guard. And that's iconic for me. But anyway, let's get the soulfire going. I know what you're saying. Let's talk more action. So let's get it in there, boys.
That's still recharging.
So basically, I've effectively leveled an alt to mid 40s, mid 30s. Sorry, I got to mid 30s with my main. Then I leveled my alt, enjoyed it too much, and then I thought, well, I'm already at 36. Let's just get it. Let's just get it.
Recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
We know what's going to happen here. Yep. We'll set him off.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Cop a bit of damage. Suck his soul out. Better stay. You got to stay close to these guys because they can reset if you fear them too much.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
The great thing is,
Can't cast that yet.
I can do that to
That
him.
spell isn't ready yet.
That allows me to do this, and then do this.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Just going to use my magic thing and my Hellstone because I've got fairly decent. Oh, you dirty bugger.
I can't cast that yet.
So hopefully I should level these two warlocks, I'm thinking.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Send him on his way.
Still recharging.
Okay, there's another warlock there. And then what?
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I need more mana.
Okay, we'll kill those warlocks.
That's still recharging.
He's hit me with a slow my spells down, but it doesn't really matter. And he's dead. So let's collect. More rune cough.
That spell isn't
So if you just tuned in, like I said, I'm using Fell Stamina, and you'll see it come on the left hand side, so that's 110. And then you've got Demon Armor, and then you've got my trinkets, which are that one and that one, which are giving me life and mana again. More rune cloth. Want a few more greens? I must be very close. I'm one, if not, I think it's told me here, It's saying I need 3 mobs. Because I'm used to having a shitload of rune cloth on me, I just make heavy rune cloth bandages and oh, that
I
went out.
can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
So 2 more mobs. I think, yeah, there's a lot of mana and health potions these guys drop as well. I think I can't remember what game.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Survival mode.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
It might be. God. I'm trying to remember the survival.
It's too far away. I can't cast that yet.
It might be Skyrim survival mode where. There we go. There's our big 60. Well, there we go. Well, we might as well finish off that. I do remember when. So I joined May 2008. I do remember when Dual Specs came in. It was 100 gold, or was it 1,000 gold? And sometimes those mobs that spawn next year, they come active real quick. And other times they are like a 5-second countdown. But anyway, that's our big 60. Feels a little anticlimactic, to be honest with you. And this gear I'm wearing at the moment is, I don't know, it's a mixture of my best and not so best. I've got the monocle. I've got, again, just gear of the eagle. Gear of the eagle. You might as well say, well, it's not, but it's gear of the eagle with spell damage, which is pretty good. Again, this is something I got at level 30 or 40 or something, and or 39, there you go. Or early 40s, Robe of the Lich. Again, basically it's a robe of an eagle, 10, 20. You can buy a robes of the eagle or something, something chest of the eagle, and you're going to look at about 15, 15 or 18, 18. So same but different. Okay, Bane, God knows where I got that from. Pretty much nature's. It's just a wand. I think I got off the A8 something, or got it from somewhere. And then I've found one of these dropped for me, and then I bought one off the A8 for a gold. When 1 gold's in like a lot. That's dropped from BDRD. Again, that's dropped from BRD. That's something I bought, and that's another one I bought. So, and the more I get, the higher my crit goes up. So it's not so bad. So basically, there's an old motto from all raids and all dungeons. It doesn't matter how much DPS you do in the first 10 seconds or 30 seconds of a fight if you die, if that makes sense. So I'd rather have survival and guarantee people are going to pull out, guarantee you're going to survive than do the top DPS all the time. And I really felt like the Warlock in Classic in my dungeon runs, as we hit our 40s and 50s and got to 60, I've been really not so much a DPS, I've been more of a support class. So I sort of act as a safety net. I try to keep. I can't buff the tank and heals, but I can give them solid health stones. So this spec is more of a rot spec. I throw a few dots out, and then I've got demons I can kill and choose which one I want to run with sacrifice. But I just did a dungeon run then, and I hadn't say, and a guy was confused that I kept pulling my Void Walker out. He'd see me occasionally attack with it, but I would sacrifice it and probably about 10-15 seconds in, maybe probably not 10-15 seconds, but several seconds into a fight with big mob packs, simply because I wanted the tank to have some aggro. And because he doesn't have aggro, they smash me pretty quick, even though I have the Voidwalker sacrifice shield on me, which gives you free casting and all that sort of stuff when you're getting an attack until it breaks. So with Hellfire on, you're burning a lot of damage and all that stuff. You should know that. And so basically, he said to me, because we're going for a couple of fights, he goes, "Oh mate, you're gonna pull a demon out, you're just gonna wing it." I said, "Mate, I pulled my succubus out and I sacrificed her because by killing her I get 15% shadow damage." He's like, "Oh shit, sorry about that." I said, "Yeah, learn the specs." So that's a little bit of change. But anyway, it's taken us about 20 minutes to finish off level 59 and hit 60. I hit level 57. I was 57 and 3/4, and I ran out of basically quests in the world, as you can see there. And I tried everything, and basically there's a ton of dungeon quests that are there. So I guess when I look at it, if I was in a guild or with an active group of 5 to 10 players, we would be just carpet bombing Black Rock's Fire, Black Rock Depths, Shalomance, Stratholme and stuff, and it would have easily probably hit 60 maybe a week earlier. But because I've just work commitments, business commitments, looking after the partner, life, and putting the game second over those things, it's delayed me hitting 60. But I was stupid enough to start a character, get into mid 30s, and then start a second character. If I just stay with the mage, I would have been 60 probably about 2 weeks ago, and probably, been up there. But I've enjoyed the class I wanted to play, and it's been a lot of fun. So other than that, thanks for tuning in, and smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.